That would be very interesting, and there it is. So, of course, Beryl, a big fan of any champion that has range and can do some damage.
Yep.
Of course, he was the one that debuted the Hwei support last season. So very, very happy to move towards something like this Seraphine, and denies it from Andil as well. Just going to be trying out their bottom lane for them. You can see Andil having a bit of a giggle about it as well. Oh, the Blitzcrank! There it is!
I was going to say, your options here, you try and match scaling for scaling, or you go for a kill lane. And I think it's pretty clear they've gone for the kill lane. Ash Seraphine are going to be so vulnerable against this Blitzcrank. This is why Andil picked the Seraphine on 5, knew what he was going up against. A Tom wasn't enough threat for him, but a Blitzcrank is going to be a problem for Beryl. They're dialed in, they're focused. Ooh. It's mano a mano.
True. Well, you can see Casting, he started it up. Ruthless Predator going to connect this time around. He's got the dice ready. It's almost just a solo kill as the flash forward from Pyosik is going to guarantee it.
In that game 1. Oh, Beryl.
Yeah, able to sidestep the hook. Yeah, this is
unhealthy.
Somewhat subpar as old here. He's jumped a little bit further forward than he would otherwise like. As Casting once again almost towards a solo kill, and he's now looking to try and deliver this one over to BDD. It doesn't quite work out, and Casting's going to have to He walks back and gets himself killed. He was like, no, Dudu, you deserve this one. They didn't pick Talia in game number 1 to make sure that his debut wasn't against a champion that he has struggled into the past. That is a great shove, though, from BDD onto Andil, but already it started off poorly here for KT. A 1-for-1 in the end. Support for Jungler as now Beryl. That encore was not it. Now Def will finally turn up. Another phenomenal seismic shove going to come in as Def finally has the arrows, but it's just not going to be enough. Leaper dives on top of him, and it's a triple, almost a quadra kill for Bulldog, but Leaper takes it in the end.
15% extra true damage, doing so much there. The Gatling gun as well, and I think KT, they saw a window to turn the play around, try and pick the Blitzcrank,
but Bulldog just right-clicked. And now Andil's in the top lane, and that is a nice little hook. Going to be set up brilliantly there. The Dominus not quite going to be enough, but at least the Q doing some work. And now a flash forward from Pyosik finds the punch under the Camille once again. We're going to be evening out these dragons unless Quandong Freaks have something to say about it. Blast Cone available for Cuz, opts out of it here as the Drake is going to be picked up. Hook once again going to be walked away from by Beryl.
Perhaps didn't just want to go for a straight 5-5 without taking someone off the map first.
Yeah, maybe if the hook had landed from Andil, then everything's different. As soon as the hook doesn't land, they back away from it. There it is, landing this time around. Very easy on a stationary target. And Deft now just getting completely torn to shreds. Valkyrie forward from Bulldog, cleanse from Deft. He gets out of dodge, but BDD may not be in a good enough position. And now Casting, he's making his way in 3 low health members. This is so scary, and the seismic shove onto the rocks from BDD. And he secures his target, and now this huge crocodile. Was, right? I feel like Perfect was often one of these more utility-based top laners. So I'm going to have to hold that thought for a moment. BDD in trouble. Hook going to connect, and there it is. Encore not going to be landing here either as Andil just... But we did. It was just Andil, and it is just as intended as now.
I don't think we're playing this. I don't think there's any...
No. Can you get the ultimate out of Pyosik is the question, I guess, that you can ask, and the answer is no, you can't. As Pyosik going to do some Overwatch tactics here as he's for weeks on end. And I was really psyched about it, you know, because I was new, and Custom John was just like, dude, why do I have to be here all the time? Forever and ever!
But for Bulldog, they're looking for play.
Yeah, although this is kind of just Cuz right now. He's just fighting Casting. Dudu will eventually make his way down and does try and keep him in position. There is the Dominus. They do have the dice as well. Casting is actually not wanting to use it because he has teammates coming down as well, and Quandong Freaks starting to realize that they have overstayed their welcome. Good flash from Cuz.
That has to be tight.
Yep, it was probably double lift as well.
I'm ready for it to happen here.
Yeah, as okay, the Dragon down to 50% as now Andil's just flashing forward, manages to get the hook, but he's taking so much damage. He's first one to go down. BDD goes golden as well to survive through it, and now the Ash is tearing them to shreds. Casting gets amongst it. He's going down like paper, like you were saying, but Deft is still raining hell on them. There's the weave as well. The flash comes out from Dudu, and Quandong Freaks are just pushed away from this Dragon Pit.
Yeah, I think it was actually Beryl who pushed forwards to block the 4th shot from the Jhin.
There's the arrow. Seismic shove is going to be avoided as Bulldog not CC'd quite long enough.
Oh, no, they're just...
Yeah.
one of those games, well, they are resetting, but and they do it kind of fast. Maybe they can get this in time, actually. This might just be the
going
play.
so incredibly quickly. Yeah, and KT, you probably knew exactly what was happening here. You saw all of them converge, but that is just a free Baron. It's a hook as well. As now Beryl, he had to flash to get out of the way of that one, but he cannot flash again, so he's just dead. So it's not only a Baron, but it's also a pick. Def trying to offer some damage back.
What went through my mind? Quantum Freaks just dialed in.
Oh
no.
And now Def gonna have to go with some fancy footwork here as Pyosik not having. Oh! That controller was kind of ignored in like this weird way that it just wasn't gonna be enough. As Arrow gonna connect onto Leaper here. He flashes over the wall after the cleanse. That's both summoner spells now down. Weaver's Wall coming in. Arndil in no man's land, and Dudu is with him and is now casting. He's going to come in. The Hextech ultimatum to try and avoid some of the damage. And Quantum Freaks get the first 2 kills of the fight. BDD looking for more. The health bars are so incredibly low. Is BDD finally able to go into that Zhonya's to keep himself alive? Leaper finds the shot and just ends the Renekton. And now Cuz flashes forward with the Bramble Smash. And that is the ace for the Quantum Freaks. He came out of stun and just said no.
Yeah, the cleanse a little bit off time, but it gives 75% tenacity now after the buff, so able to get away. And you see it's a very sort of split fight. We have the backline of KT under threat here from Bulldog. Beryl gets deleted. On the top side, finally we see Dudu go down. Leaper is just free hitting. And then this crit that comes through with the Collector as well finishes off the Renekton. And then Cuz just vibing. The whole fight wasn't really focused, just doing his thing, smashing some brambles.
Yeah. Nice indeed, Leaper.
Bruises. I honestly think BDD.
Okay. Cuz looking for an opportunity here as the Weaver's Wall comes down. Beryl is going. I like the crit version a whole lot more as Seismic Shove going to go wide. There is the Nature's Grasp. Okay, Andil not going to quite find the hook as there it is. Cease and desist, and they say no to Bulldog. He is very, very dead. KT finding a little bit of respite here. Doesn't have cease and desist now, but there's the Weaver's Wall from BDD. Looks for the opportunity on the Leaper, who just walks over to the side. Andil might be taken down here as Pyosik in trouble. Def just flying forward, finds the Jhin. BDD once again and expertly used Zhonya's just to bait them through. And Dudu couldn't find anything for it, and KT have come alive the whole time. As now Baron has been started. Okay, Cuz up and available. Dudu doesn't have teleport, remember, so this is going to be KT's advantage with all 5 members here. They've got the healing from the Seraphine as well. They just need to keep Cuz out of the pit. That is all they have to do. Is now Bulldog. He is once again going to eat a cease and desist, and he's all by himself casting. Dives over the Baron wall as well, and KT, an expertly played Baron. They will be able to lock that one down. Doesn't have lifesteal in the build right now. And there is the dragon secured by the Quantum Freaks. They want to get at least something. The casting, he goes back. The curtains have now been called. And the Weaver's Wall will be able to knock Leaper out of it, even though the Edge of Night was there as BDD. He's getting taken down low, but he has that Zhonya's. As now Bulldog gonna get pushed back. BDD thrown into the thick of things, though, as there's Leaper's cleanse and casting, trying to get up there, but he can't really do it. Dudu is just a monster as Beryl's flashing away, and they've lost both of their carries, and now Leaper, another just explosion of crit damage on top of this Renekton. Beryl can't do anything. And this new 80 carry for the Quantum Freaks is popping off.
He's doing so much work. KT overcommitting to the base. Perfect lineup for not only the Jhin ult, but the flank that comes through. And now it's only the Vi alive. The death timers are long. The waves are there. They're going to look for the end here and now.
Let's see what they can do. They've got that wave turning up towards that bottom side. They can tank up these turret shots as well to try and keep this wave alive for as long as possible. Pyosik, he's going to need a miracle, but I just don't think he's going to be able to buy enough time. He needs 13 seconds on BDD, and he just will not have it. The Quantum Freaks, a 2-0 in their debut match of summer. Leaper comes out and says, World Championship bottom lane? Nah. That's not what I'm interested in. Another hook for Arndil. And the Quantum Freaks take the 2-0.
And it's a convincing series. It's a really strong performance. You know, people always love to make jokes about KG and them underperforming, them having rough times. And sure, you can definitely say that this wasn't KT, the best we've seen them. But I think, to me, this was Quantum Freaks stepping up.
Oh, yeah.